Join me as I dive into the real-life pros and cons of breastfeeding versus bottle feeding, and see if I can pick a clear winner. When it comes to feeding our babies, there's one question that looms large in the minds of new parents: to breastfeed or to bottle feed? It's a decision that can seem daunting, especially with all the conflicting advice and opinions out there. One of the biggest challenges parents face when deciding between breastfeeding and bottle feeding is societal pressure. It seems like everyone has an opinion on what you should be doing, and it's hard not to feel judged or guilty if you're not doing things the right way. On top of that, there are health concerns to consider. Will my baby get enough nutrients from breast milk, or should I opt for formula? And then there's the issue of convenience. Breastfeeding can be time-consuming and exhausting, while bottle feeding can be quicker and more flexible. But what about the bond you form with your baby while breastfeeding? Is that something you can replicate with a bottle? Another challenge is the lack of support for breastfeeding mothers. Many women struggle to get the hang of it, and it can be frustrating and painful in the early days. And what about the stigma attached to breastfeeding in public? It's still a taboo topic for many people. On the other hand, bottle feeding can be seen as the easier option, but that doesn't mean it's without its own set of challenges. Formula can be expensive, and it's hard to know which brand is best for your baby. And what about the environmental impact of all those plastic bottles and packaging? Breastfeeding has some amazing benefits. It's free, it's always available, and it provides perfect nutrition for your baby. It also helps with bonding and can even help with postpartum recovery. But it's not without its drawbacks. It can be painful, it can be messy, and it can be exhausting. Bottle feeding, on the other hand, offers convenience and flexibility. You can share feeding duties with your partner, and it's easier to get out and about with your baby. But formula isn't as nutritious as breast milk, and it can be expensive. Despite the drawbacks, many mothers swear by breastfeeding. It's a special bonding experience, and it provides perfect nutrition for their babies. But others prefer bottle feeding. It's easier, it's more flexible, and it allows them to share feeding duties with their partner. So, what's the surprise insight here? It's that both methods have their merits, and that the most important thing is to choose what works best for you and your family. In the end, it's not about which method is better, it's about what works for you and your baby. Whether you choose breastfeeding or bottle feeding, the most important thing is that you're providing love, care, and nutrition to your little one. So, don't stress too much about it, just do what feels right for you and your family. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've got a story to share about your own experiences with breastfeeding or bottle feeding, please leave a comment below. And if you want to learn more parenting tips and tricks, be sure to check out our next video.